the north, I get love in the south, yeah. Shawty claims she a feminist, and her feminine. Girl, you know that he average. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cut the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. No money, now I'm in the Benz truck with a new honey. They said I wouldn't make it, I'm like, you funny. Laughing at my haters like, you dummies. The night is young, girl, what can you do for me? 6 figures, 5 shows, big ballin'. Look, I'm very important. I took a break, had some things I had to get sorted. I might retire in my prime like I'm M. Jordan. Table dancing in Southampton. Use the glasses for Vannas. Be cooling out in the whip, but I done near every girl on my list. KD at the 3, Djokovic with the racket. Phelps in the pool, I'm like Speed at the Masters. Girl, you know you a bad. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Tonight, it's the NFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wild card game. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
First play of the drive, excellent run. Just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a man who played collegiately here in the Golden State, Rashad Penny. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Play action. Now Wilson. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now 3rd down. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now McKinnon. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
That was Rashad Penny, and he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. On 2nd down, here's Penny. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. The 20. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So down inside the 5-yard line, I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the shotgun, Wilson steps away to his left. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete. 4th down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage. Sebastian Janikowski to try the Seahawks field goal. And Janikowski bangs it through, and the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
McKinnon. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Hey, 11. Go ahead.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And able to find Decker. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
We used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
13.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. He's going to wind up and air it out. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
He lets it fly for... This is intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10. Now McKinnon to start the drive. Room here to run. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. It's a big play there from a big play guy, Jerick McKinnon, 43 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. They run it with McKinnon. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
Here's McKinnon. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A good gain there on 3rd and 8 of 7 yards. And now a decision here on 4th and 1.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Whoa! Let's get it. Six. 21. 65.
And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
12, fellas, here we go. 21.
They're going to run. It's McKinnon. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's a 2nd and 7 now from their own 7.
14.
On 2nd down, Wilson. They'll lock him with a grab over the middle. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. Now the 49ers going to take another timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Now here's Michael Dixon, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10.
11. White.
Now a play fake here on first down. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And his throw is incomplete. Pierre Garçon, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. Garoppolo looks to throw. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Second and 10. It's Wilson again. And it's hauled in by Ed Dixon. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Don't take forever, okay? We got three, fellas. We got three.
Third and 2. Now Wilson. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his big target, Brandon Marshall. And now it's second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. Going to throw again. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. And on 3rd and inches, we're going to get a whistle and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The offense on third down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. He can run for it, and he will. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Now before the second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And into the end zone, a pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Rolling to his, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And some room to roam now. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, 49ers. Dante Pettis with a return of 102 yards. And the 49ers add on to their lead. And you've used the phrase with me before, pressing the kicking game. What exactly does that mean? Because they did it there.
It means focusing on it, all aspects of it, because it's the third part of the game. Offense, defense, special teams. If you press the kicking game, create an advantage, make a big play, it often leads to victory.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is. Right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Play action. It's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. And it's the former Seahawk, Malcolm Smith. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.